teacher-inspired website called Kids Art for a Cause is helping young students learn about global issues while they raise money for worthy causes.
Is that the flag of Bolivia? Cool.
These grade 5 students at Lakeview Elementary are creating paintings that, to them, depict freedom.
I've painted a book to represent education for the kids, where it would represent freedom for some kids that wouldn't have education.
So when I'm finished, I'm gonna add bars, electrical tape, and I'm gonna have like straight bars going down, and in the middle they're gonna be broken to show the freedom.
When the paintings are complete, they'll be sold through an online website called Kids Art for a Cause, with all proceeds going to a charity chosen by the class and their teacher, Heather Wilms.
So the project that we've chosen is children whose parents are in prison in Bolivia, in Cochabamba. And they are there because their parents are in prison and there's not somewhere for them to go. So they live in the prison with their parents.
Heather suggested the charity to her class after reading this book by Canadian author Deborah Ellis about a child living in a Bolivian prison.
So what we're doing is we're creating pieces of art that will go to a school in Cochabamba, which comes to the prison, picks the kids up in the morning, takes them to school, feeds them a couple meals, and takes them back at the end of the day.
The book served as inspiration for the students' artwork.
We're painting what freedom would be like for the kids, and they would have money so that they can buy food, and this is a book here and it stands for that they could be educated, and this is a papaya, so they would be able to have food, and they would be able to live in a house where they could see the beautiful red mountains of Bolivia. And on the bottom, they're hands holding hands with broken handcuffs, so they're not in prison at all. They're free.
Kids Art for a Cause is an idea created by teacher Grant Bertamini of Westminster Elementary School.
Kids Art for a Cause is a nonprofit organization that I've established to make it systematic and streamlined and easy for myself or any other teacher to do a project with students where they can do some teaching and learning around a global or local issue. They can create some artwork based on what they've learned, and we can sell the artwork online and donate the money to charity.
Earlier this year, Grant's grade 2-3 class painted and sold 21 pieces of art representing starry night skies. Through the Kids Art for a Cause website, $210 was raised and forwarded to a charity that produces bed kits for children in developing countries.
When we encounter any sort of injustice, kids have that strong moral compass, and we got to make this right. Oftentimes what these kids lack is the means to do it. And that's kind of the gap that I'm trying to bridge here with Kids Art for a Cause. These kids have the will to change the world, they don't often know how to do it. And so I'm trying to give them that way.
Grant hopes his idea will catch on with other teachers who will use Kids Art for a Cause as a way to raise student awareness of global issues. For Heather, it's done that and has been an excellent teaching tool in her classroom.
Art for a Cause has been like a doorway for us because first of all, we looked at the art of Bolivia and looked at how they used color and line and the style of the art so that our art would reflect that culture. Then we've gotten into some of the ins and outs of global justice. So that's created some really interesting discussions. We've read Deborah's book. And then we'll be doing some writing to the children there as well, some very intentional writing, and it's just been a very exciting process for our students.